I guess where Omar Evans just challenged Bison Reed to a match, and I don't know if that's the brightest thing to do, but that guy's got balls, so whatever, more power to him. But as we have right now, the Elite Champion is coming to the ring with a gorgeous, gorgeous Elite Championship belt on his shoulder. Now, last week, it was established that we're going to have a match at Sudden Death, but we don't have a challenger just yet. So we have Damian Xanatos and we have Night Lurker, who both had the record against each other is 1-1. So they're going to fight each other in a best-of-5 series in order to fight this man right here, Criminal Intent, who's going to join me unexpectedly at the announce table. Did not see that coming, but I guess I can welcome him. But anyway, Criminal Intent, nice to see you here. You know, how are you doing, by the way? You looking pretty good now? Okay, alright, man. Alright, let's get the match. Okay, man. Alright. Anyway, can I talk? Okay. Anyway, Damian Xanatos and what's his name? What's the man's name? Night Lurker. There you go. I beat the card. Anyway, Night Lurker versus Damian Xanatos. Match number 2. Night Lurker is down 0-1 right now against Damian Xanatos in this series alone. Now, he has beaten Damian Xanatos before, but in this series, best of 5, he has not beaten Damian Xanatos. And I will say they only have had one match, but it's not the end of the world for the man. But being down 0-1 against Damian Xanatos cannot be good for your confidence, because Damian Xanatos is a really competitive man. And I know I'm not to take anything away from Night Lurker, as he's a very competitive wrestler himself. But Damian Xanatos is not the kind of guy you want to give any kind of head start whatsoever. And speaking of Damian Xanatos, here he comes right now. And I know Damian Xanatos has got the slight cushion he has right now with this 1-0 victory he has over Night Lurker. It means he has to win 2 more matches. 2 more. And I know I give Damian Xanatos a slight cushion for having 1 match. But 2 more wins is it's hard. You know, I know what it's like to do something 3 times in a row. I mean, that's my girlfriend trying to hit it 3 times in a row in a night whew, gosh, she wears me out. But I digress. Damian Xanatos, you get my point. Damian Xanatos has a lot to do right now in order to beat Night Lurker 3 times in a row. And I just made Damian Xanatos and Night Lurker fight. I just compared it to sex between 2 people. Did not mean to do that to them. I very much apologize. But if they're into that, then they're into that. But I digress once again. Goodness gracious, I go off topic every time I just start to think the slightest bit. But Damian Xanatos, Night Lurker, last time they had a match, it was an incredible match. In fact, I think every time they've gotten to the ring, it's been the best match of the night. And if anything is an indication of anything else, you know, good logic right there, this match is going to be a wonderful, fantastic match as well. And these men lock up collar and elbow once again. I literally think they're mocking Kendall Wright right now. I don't think they're doing it because they learned anything. I think they're mocking the guy. And Kendall Wright with an arm and a beautiful suplex by Kendall. No, wrong guy. Damian Xanatos, not even a 1 count on Night Lurker. Excuse me. Elbow to the head by Damian Xanatos. Damian Xanatos, a big dropkick, but he misses. Night Lurker, and a big throwback by Night Lurker. Night Lurker going for the cover. He got that kick from his back. I guess he has more room to move around. He can fly a lot better. I don't know why superheroes work. It doesn't make any sense. It's not very aerodynamic. But Night Lurker got rid of the cape, and now he seems a lot more serious since he got a little of his cosplay thing out of the way, and now he's full-fledged wrestling attire. And now he throws Damian Xanatos to the rope, and a beautiful backbreaker, and then a neckbreaker by Night Lurker. Night Lurker picking up Damian Xanatos. Nightlurker now. Nightlurker would like nothing more but to beat Criminal Intent for the Elite Championship. Because it's Criminal Intent himself who crashed the ladder match at full force and took the title. Even though he wasn't rewarded the title at full force, he still disrupted the entire flow of that matchup by taking the title away from every man that was part of that match. Now Victor Scott attempted to beat the man and 3 stiff chops by Nightlurker. Nightlurker now, a big drop kick by Nightlurker. Victor Scott, who has not been seen in a couple of weeks, lost to Criminal Intent in his attempt to win the Elite Championship. Nightlurker now go for the cover. 1, 2, and only a 2 count for Nightlurker. As I said, Victor Scott has not been seen as he suffered some major head injury by the hands of this man sitting next to me right now who doesn't want to talk to me all of a sudden, Criminal Intent. And Damian Xanatos with a big clothesline after 2 drop kicks to the back of Nightlurker. Damian Xanatos in full control of this matchup right now. Damian Xanatos going for the cover. 1, 2, and only a 2 count for Damian Xanatos. Nightlurker with a quick reversal. Both of these men are just going back and forth. None of them, and Damian Xanatos getting flipped over. 1, and a quick kick out by Damian Xanatos. Both of these men back and forth. It's like a tennis match with these two. It's like just non-stop action going back and forth at all times. And I'm not one to associate tennis with non-stop action. And a big suplex by Damian Xanatos. A cover by Damian. 1, and a very quick kick out by Nightlurker, showing that he is not fazed by any of the offense by Damian Xanatos. And Damian Xanatos with a reversal. And another drop kick to the back by Damian. And Damian, another big clothesline. Damian Xanatos, we go for the top already. Skydive bomb! Skydive bomb! And Nightlurker move out the way at the last second. That could have been it if Damian Xanatos was able to hit the skydive bomb. 2, and only a 2 count. Only a 2 for Nightlurker. Damian Xanatos attempted his finisher so quick and so early, thinking that he was faster than Nightlurker, but Nightlurker just a quick step ahead of Damian Xanatos. And what is this maneuver right here? I have no idea what to call that thing. He took Damian Xanatos to the top rope, who seemed to walk up to the top rope, and Damian Xanatos quick stop before a 1 count. And Nightlurker covers him again. 1, just a 1 count. And Damian kicked out immediately kicked out, not giving anyone the confidence that is any advantage. And a big DDT, a huge DDT by Nightlurker. Nightlurker going outside to the apron, waiting for Damian Xanatos to get up. And none of these men are showing any signs of weaknesses. And Nightlurker with a springboard and out of the way. Damian Xanatos sidesteps out of the way. What's he going for now? Damian. Snap suplex, another move that Kendall Wright displayed earlier, and a cover by Damian Xanatos. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Only a 2 count for Damian Xanatos. Damian now, a 12-to-0 backbreaker. Going for the cover again. 1, another quick kick out by Nightlurker. As I was saying before, both of these men are displaying incredible strength and vigilance by not allowing that 2 count. I'm not sure how smart that is, unless the chair shot by Nightlurker. And I think I'm not quite sure how smart that is to kick out so immediately when they can use that extra second of rest. But I think they're trying to gain some kind of psychological advantage by saying that none of your offense has any effect on me whatsoever, and I'm going to kick out at 1 immediately. And 1. And another quick kick out by Damian Xanatos. Neither one of these men want to show any sign of weakness. And a quick reversal by Damian Xanatos. And a strong Irish whip to the turnbuckle. Damian Xanatos now lifting up. Damian, what's he doing here? Damian. And that's gotta hit the neck and head of Nightlurker right now. As you see him grabbing for his neck. And Damian Xanatos, what are you doing? Damian, a backbreaker, a really interesting Texas Cloverleaf backbreaker I've just seen right now by by Damian Xanatos. Really inventive move by him. And I don't think inventive is the word, but I'm going to keep running with it. And Damian Xanatos now, a sit-out powerbomb. Somebody look that up and put it in the comment section, the word inventive. I'm not sure about that one. A kick to the gut by Damian Xanatos. punch, another punch. There was no kicks at all. I don't know why I just said that. Headlock by Damian. And Damian, another hip toss by Damian Xanatos. Well, maybe the first one. Another cover. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count for Damian Xanatos. It seems like he's chipping away at the defense of Night Lurker. A big club to the back by Damian Xanatos. Now, just as I said that about off defense, Night Lurker retaliated with a little defense of his own and finishes up with a little bit of offense. And a drop kick to the back of Damian Xanatos. Night Lurker once again going to the turnbuckle of the springboard, and he gets the blockbuster on Damian Xanatos. And he goes to the top rope. What's he going for? Headbutt! Beautiful headbutt! Diving headbutt off the top rope by Night Lurker. Night Lurker now throwing Damian to the other turnbuckle. And a neckbreaker by Night Lurker. If Night Lurker keeps this up with the pain he's delivering to the head, he can deliver the Contra Code and get this match. And what's he doing here? Going over the rope, and a beautiful move by Night Lurker. Once again, targeting the head of Damian Xanatos. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and no, only a 2 count. Only a 2 count for Night Lurker. And now a club to the back, another club to the back, and a 3rd club to the back by Night Lurker. Night Lurker picking up Damian Xanatos, not giving him a single air second to breathe. And Night Lurker, a boot to the face by Night Lurker. Stepping on the knee of Damian Xanatos, dragging him to the middle of the ring. He's gonna go for that cover. I just know he is. Couldn't he get it right now? 1, 2, no. 2 count. 2 count by Damian Xanatos. And Damian with a death bracelet kicked to the head by Damian Xanatos. Beautifully done. Reminiscent of AJ Styles right there. And beautiful double knee gutbuster by Damian Xanatos. He seems all fired up now. Damian Xanatos now throwing Night Lurker out the ring, but he holds on. And he flips him over. Damian, what's he doing here? Damian Xanatos, beautiful backflip DDT combination. Looks like he's setting it up. Look, he's going for the Triple X DDT. Damian Xanatos is ready for the Triple X DDT right about now. Waiting for Damian Xanatos to get up. I mean, Night Lurker. And Damian goes for it. And what's this? No. Holy shit, did we just see that? Night Lurker signaling for the Contra Code. He's going for the top rope. Contra Code time. And he misses. Damian Xanatos at the last second. And Damian Xanatos is hitting it up right now. The Triple X DDT. If he gets it right now, it's all over. That's what he won last time. And Damian Xanatos. And what's this? Hurricane Rana by Night Lurker. 1, 2, 3. And wow. Oh my God. They did it once again. I have never seen so much action jam-packed together than when these two get inside the ring. I'm impressed too. You know, they put on an incredible match. I've never seen anything like it before. Okay, it's a free country. Go ahead, do what you want to do. That's wonderful. You know, I'm gonna sit this one out, and I'm gonna be fine. Okay, all right, okay. Yes, go ahead, you first. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, beautiful match by Damian Xanatos and Night Lurker. I'm thoroughly impressed. This has been the best match I've seen in a long time. Impressive win. This series is tied 1-1. Well, it seems like there is definitely going to be a match between Omar Evans and Bison Reed at sudden death, and I hope Omar's got a plan, because after we start today, Omar Evans and everyone else got pretty beat up pretty badly. And speaking of things that are all good, that's a strong segue, strong segue. Axel Stone is making his way to the ring. Now, there's been some commotion about Axel Stone being afraid of Storm Peters, and I'm not going to be biased here. Axel Stone, it appears that he tried to run over Storm Peters. I mean, yeah, parking lots are dark. Yes, they are. But that's what the lights are for. And it was lit up quite enough that we could see Storm Peters ourselves. So I'm not exactly buying Axel's claim that it's so dark he couldn't see Storm Peters. And at the speed that he drove, it was kind of obvious that, well, one can say that Axel had every intention of hitting. So let's see what he has to say about that now. Axel Stone is really calling out Storm Peters right now. I guess he's not afraid. If I was afraid of somebody, I would not speak to them. I would not look for them. And Storm Peters is answering the call. He is coming out here right now. And I know Storm is not going to back down to Axel Stone right now. By any measure, by any chance, by any means. Storm Peters wants Axel Stone really bad. I mean, you could almost go as far as saying he has a hard-on to kick his ass. From that famous line from New Jack City, I want to shoot you so bad my dick is hard. I think that's exactly how Storm Peters feels right now. Storm Peters attacked Axel Stone right from the get-go. Well, they spoke for a little bit, but you know what I mean. And Storm Peters is going to town on Axel Stone right now, but it seems he's well aware that these three large men are not fans, as Axel Stone said. And Storm Peters, I don't know what his plan was here, but he is going to town. It looks like he's gonna clean the house and get this big balding-headed son of a gun out of the ring. And I don't know if Storm watching his back. Clearly he isn't, as Axel Stone is about to get back up. And Storm beating the hell out of this guy, and Axel Stone getting in the middle of it. And I don't understand. Like I don't get what Storm was looking for. I think Storm was just thinking, I'm gonna get you anywhere I possibly can. I don't care what you have, nothing you can throw at me can kill me because I'm coming for you. I think that's the mentality Storm is running on right now, because what I'm seeing in the ring right now are 4 individuals, and 4 is always more than 1. And I don't know if Storm, I don't know what Storm can do that can get him out of the situation. But he's gonna start, he's gonna fight his way out of it any way he can. But now the numbers game is playing a Storm. Oh, good gracious. They're gonna go to town on Storm like anyone has ever gone to town on anyone before. I don't know what's gonna happen with this man right now. These four gigantic human beings are just beating up on Storm Peters right now. Oh, but Axel just told him to get out of the ring. It seems like now Axel Stone has humongous balls. Now his 4 men have done some work for him. Now he feels he can put his own input on getting rid of Storm Peters. I see how Axel Stone functions. You know, I said I was a fan of him, but little by little, Axel Stone seems to be chopping away about how I feel about him. That came out wrong, but you know what I mean. Axel Stone, what is he doing? He's setting him up on the top rope. I don't know what he is. Headshot! Headshot by Axel Stone! And Storm is left. He's down, man. Storm Peters is down. I don't know what's gonna happen to him. I don't know what's gonna happen between these two, but I know this just got set up to a whole other level. These guys hate each other's guts so much. And I don't know what's gonna happen between them next week, or what's gonna happen to them at sudden death. But keep watching and keep finding out, and we'll get to you next time, guys. Traycon Smith signing out. FSCW episode 10 is out of here. Thanks for watching.